Hey everybody, it's Christino here with Men's Covert Recovery, a channel dedicated to all the men who have suffered the abuse of the covert narcissist. I hope everybody's doing good and loving yourself and treating yourself with the love that you deserve. As always, you know I love you and that you're in my prayers, and God bless you. I'm a country boy and I love music. My cousin on my mother's side is in the Country Music Hall of Fame, Roy Acuff, and a woman that had probably one of the biggest influences on my life is a Grammy award-winning country singer and had a #1 hit, Jody Miller. And I can't carry a tune in a 5-gallon bucket, but I love country music. I love all music, but one of my favorite artists is Conway Twitty. And when I was going through the discard and all that awful stuff, it was already one of my favorite songs, but I remember hearing it during that time, and it is amazing how music can take you back to a time and place. But I'm naming this video It Was Only Make Believe. Conway Twitty, he says, people see us everywhere, they think you really care, but myself, I know it's only make believe. My only prayer is that someday you'll care. Guys, when you get discarded and you start learning and seeing, and your eyes are open that you've been in a covert narcissistic relationships. I said this the other day in a video, and it's so true. Pain on top of pain on top of pain. It is going to be so devastating. It is going to be so heartbreaking for you to realize and come to terms that you've been in a relationship with somebody and it was only make-believe for them. It was real for you and it was real for me. We put our hearts into it. I know that I loved my wife more than anything in the world. I was so in love. Even as bad as it was and it's just awful. The person that I fell in love with, I can honestly tell you to this day, is the beautifulest person I've ever known. Even though it was only make-believe. And you're going to have to mourn the death of somebody that you loved. And it's so hard because you're going to grieve and you're going to mourn this human being that you thought that you knew, that you loved. But they're not going to be in the ground. You're still going to have to see them. I know I do. Every time I have to see that person, I have to look at a person that isn't the person that I fell in love with, that I had 2 sons with, that I spent 14 years of my life with. And it's hard, it's tough. But I always want to encourage you and bring words that just, lift your spirits, guys. And I know when I was going through that time, how devastating it was. Is the most heartbreaking time. I mean, who could ever dream that anybody could spend 14 years with a human being and wake up one day and see a different human being, and they're never the same again. And not only do they not love you, but they hate you. They want to destroy you. And I believe that they want to see you hanging from a tree, kicking a can down the road, or in a crazy house. Guys, they have no empathy. There was no love. You were getting abused. You were getting tortured. We were enslaved in a relationship where all we did was try because we wanted to be happy and we loved this person. And it was only make-believe. Guys, I want to tell you, It's tough. And your heart's going to be broken. And you're going to mourn. You're going to cry. Especially if you had children with them like I did. I coached football and I announced the game, the other games, and she ran the scoreboard, and and it never meant nothing. When you get discarded and you go through the divorce, there's no closure. There's no, I remember every time we used to fight or break up, boy, she always remembered. Do you remember the first time we made love in the rain? Well, she forgot about that. And when I tried to bring it up, she didn't remember it. It's sad. It's devastating. And you're going to grieve and you're going to cry and it's going to hurt. But brothers, ladies, anybody that watches this video, I'm going to tell you something. It was only make-believe for them. They were pretending. They were faking it. But I know it wasn't make-believe for me. I believed it. I thought it was real. I thought it was true. I wasn't pretending. My heart was in it. But as much as I loved that person that wasn't who I thought it was, and they were only mirroring me and showing me what I wanted, I can honestly tell you that I loved with all my heart. But I also know that no matter how much I loved that person, I did not love that person as much as the person who is going to truly, truly love me. We have loved somebody that has abused us, who has tortured us, who has manipulated our mind and tried to drive us crazy, who blamed us for everything. They were perfect and we were always wrong. In my covert narcissistic relationship, my marriage, I was lonelier than I've ever been in my life. I was so lonely. But yet, I loved that person. And that person harmed me. That person tortured me. That person has took my sons away from me. That person has got me put in the penitentiary, 2 years incarcerated. I lost my farm, my 20-year career. But yet I loved that person. And it was only make-believe to them. But I put my heart into it. But I'm here to tell everybody today that when you get through this, when we get through this, and we heal ourselves because we had a wound in us that allowed the narcissist to do the things that they did to us. I know I had abandonment issues. My mama died when I was 4. We all have something on the inside that needs healed. But when we make it through it and we realize how strong we are and that what we survived, and we start working on ourselves, and we get healthier than we've ever been in our lives, and we use what we've gone through to better us, somebody will come into our lives that we will love more than we have ever been able to love anybody. Because not only will they love us, and it won't be make-believe, but we also will know how to love the right way. As heartbreaking as it is, and the pain that you suffer, and the grieving you will go through when you discover that you've been in a relationship with somebody who was pretending and it was just a facade is mind-blowing. It's unbelievable. But it's reality. It happened to me. It happened to you. It happens to people. And it's out of this world. You're going to be heartbroken. You're going to suffer. You're going to grieve. You're going to miss that person that you thought was perfect, that you just loved. I loved with all my heart. But as much as I loved that person, I know they didn't love me, and I didn't know how to love either. But I know how to love now. And I know that I'm healthy and my mind is right, and somebody's going to come into my life. And when they do, they're going to love me more than anybody ever has. And they're going to take care of me. They're going to protect me. They're going to have my back. They're going to make me better. And it won't be make-believe this time. I just want to share that with you. I don't want to bring you down or hurt you. But it's reality, what we're going through and what we suffered. And it's tough. But I choose to look at the good that's going to come out of it. I always say that everything that I go through, when it's all said and done, is for the glory of God. I love y'all. If anybody watches this video and they're going through what I talked about, I want you to know we're going through what we went through for a reason, and we got to use it to make us better so that we have the life that we deserve, the life that we want, and the person that we truly want, that's not playing, pretend, or make believe, can come into our lives. God bless y'all. You're in my prayers. We're soldiers. We're warriors.